Welcome back to VanillaTV's coverage here at i45 for another interview with none other than Mr. Kaidus.
Hi.
Being calm and cool as ever. Kaidus, how's LAN going for you?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know we just saw you just lose to Elemental Violence.
Yeah, well, we pretty much always expected. Well, not expected, but we thought that could happen. Just a mixed team. They're like established for 4 seasons, so.
Were you happy in your position, like third? Are you happy with third?
Yeah, I thought third was like, any less than third we probably would have been a bit disappointed, but third or second was, that was always the plan, really.
That's nice. At least you're happy and content with that. Yeah. That's good. You played a good game, by the way. Unfortunately, we all happily thought that you would be able to do much more, obviously, because you thought Kaidus Prem, but there's only so much you can do as a demoman, as you know.
I mean, if Elemental Violence had been, say I'd had a little bit of a worse team and Elemental Violence had been a worse team, so it's scaled down, probably I could have had a bigger impact, but Elemental Violence are really they're an organised team.
Yeah, exactly.
For a long time, so.
No, that's exactly what it was, because they had the team structure. It was very difficult.
If they're calling shut Kaidus down or something like that, whatever.
It's funny you said that, because that's what I said. If they lock Kaidus down, then it's over.
If they're just going to jump me or keep people on me all the time, then if they have the structure to do that, then what can I do really?
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. No, I know the feeling.
Not so bad on bad.
No, I know what you mean. I'm pretty sure they understand as well. So that's good though.
At the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's good. No, I'm glad you're happy with and content with third place. I think you deserved it as well. No, you didn't deserve less than that as well, because you beat. Who was the fourth team? 9 men. Well, AP and 9 men, convincingly. So, okay. So obviously, this is in the series of interviewing many competitive players, and obviously you're one of them, because people want to know stuff about you.
I'm sure they do.
So basically, the first one, I'll just go straight into it. When did you start playing TF2? Because I actually don't know.
Okay, so I bought it on release day originally, and I played it for about a week. And then I was like, this game doesn't have any bunny hopping. And I was just like, basically. But I was just really into games like Warsaw, things like that, jumping around and shit like that. So I thought it's on source, so probably have the same as HL2DM or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I played a lot of that before. And so I played it for a week with some friends from another game, and then it was just didn't touch it again for quite a while. Then a year or so later, I came back again with the same people, but I gave it a better chance this time because the game we used to play basically died off, so there was no point anymore.
Right, okay.
And so that was I've completely lost track now. It must have been 3 years ago, 4 years ago. How long has it been out? A year after it's been out, basically.
It's been out almost 5 years.
Yeah, so must have been
2008, end of 2008.
3.5 years, something like that.
And did you start playing Demoman from start, from scratch?
No, I was actually a soldier.
You're actually playing soldier? I didn't know that. Honestly, I didn't know that. So.
No, it's true. It was just in one team, with the same people I was on about, my friends from other games.
Right.
I was I'll play soldier because I used to play at the rocket class in that game and things like that. But we had a demo man, and basically he wasn't really up to it. He didn't want to play that much. He wasn't very good, and he refused to learn a rollout and things like that. He was like, ugh. No, he just wasn't having it. So,
just I love it.
And so we didn't know anyone in the TF2 scene, and we didn't know who we could get in. We already had 2 Americans and things like that. So it was a bit of a mishmash. So I was like, F it, I'll do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. It's nice to know. I didn't know that. That's 2 things I learned about you already. So you've been here since Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Generally, how's LAN going for you? And is it worth coming down for those people who come to LAN or considering coming to LAN? Is it worth coming down on the Thursday rather than the Friday? Or
if you plan to take the tournament seriously, then probably yes, because I don't know. For me, it's 2 hours to get here. It took me 4 because of roadworks and whatnot. But if you do that journey, the packing, all that in the day, and then you show up, so you get here 5 p.m. By 6, you've got to. You've got to be playing by 6, so and you're playing to midnight, so it's a bit it should be Thursday.
Yeah.
You can come, you can set yourself up, you can do nothing for however many hours. You wake up the next day, and you're good to go.
More chilled out and less stressed. That's good, cool. I've been told to ask this. What's with the beard?
Man, I knew you would ask this.
I didn't come up with this question. Somebody else did.
I'm just a stoner uni student. I'm just lazy.
Okay.
The razor blades, I've got a snazzy Gillette, or whatever, with the 5 blades. So you buy some blades for that, and it's 15 quid for 4.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I have to.
Yeah. So when you're 1,500 into an overdraft that you don't have a means of paying back, you think, okay, I'll go with this.
All right. If it helps, I'll donate you some razors. Okay, that's fine. How do you rate yourself in Europe as demoman? Where do you put yourself? And you can be as honest as you like. So.
Honestly, I don't know. I think I'm quite inconsistent. In terms of
If you had to put a number, so for example, I would give you Numberlock is number 1 at the moment. For example, he is on fire. So where would you put yourself
don't know, top 3 maybe, if I'm generous. If
Yeah,
not, then top 5.
I would agree because obviously you're on my team, but I
Yeah.
think others would agree. I think that you would be in the top 3. Yeah.
Like I don't know, say like season 11, I was like on the pole
Yeah,
thingy
you were
for
on
that,
the
so
ball.
I guess
You were on
third,
the ball.
and I came third. I think I was told like someone said these votes. I think I was third, so I guess third's a fair assessment.
Yeah. No, I think obviously with the new, because you're having to play sort of a different style with obviously the TCN team, no name found. So it's obviously you're having to adapt and learn actually a few new things. I'm pretty sure you know that. So I would agree with top 3 as well. Somebody told me to ask this question. How's it playing demoman with Byte in a team as opposed to TT or Biotech or? Like, is it different? How is it more Nazi? Is it more microcontrolling? Is it more what?
It's like the same.
Be honest, I don't mind.
It's the same, only it's the medic yelling at me all the time, so he gets a lot more to say. Whereas with X-Vane, he's out their way sometimes. But no, like in reality, it's like it's fine. Like Ray, like we have our little moments. Everyone does.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really bother me. I mean, I played with X-Vane and it was like good times the whole way. And I think as far as like ragey callers go, even X-Vane would say he's up there with like the biggest of all of them. But like if it works for the team and you get the results from it, then like as long as like it's just like heat of the moment, you're just yelling, just like there's no time to discuss this, just do it or whatever.
Yeah, I suppose it just comes down to a bit of passion.
Yeah, literally. So like I think everyone is mature enough to like see through it. So
we are pretty mature actually old enough. So okay, that's good to know. What TF2 class would you compare yourself to in terms of your personality?
Well, like you mean
as in, so for example, do you think you have a personality like a scout?
Like mean
Or for example, because a scout is impatient. A scout is impatient.
So
see what I mean?
Okay, so
a demoman's a thinking class.
I thought you meant like in terms of like they have the little characters.
No.
The
Like the actual characteristics of the classes each. They all have like characteristics, don't they? Scout is a really impatient class. They like to go forward and literally get there first and do something.
I think I'd probably be a scout.
Right.
I think I don't know, like now with like a good knowledge of the game, whereas when I chose demos, just like didn't really know what was up.
Yeah.
I think I would have probably picked scout like hands down without even thinking about it.
Okay.
But,
Okay, interesting. What do you think of the American TF2 scene? Like in terms of the skill factor, do you think they're better, or do you think the EU collectively team, like the EU team, is better? Or so, for example, if we had an American team coming down here to ISO, do you think they'd win it? For example.
I think the neutral party would probably place in favourites.
That's such a political answer. I love it. Yeah, I agree. I think the US would win it, just pound for pound, because I think they're better.
It's really hard to say because I mean, I actually watch a lot of American TF2.
Yeah, we know that's why.
So it's like, I don't know. I'm not sure how much better they are. Like all around DM, they're like quite a high.
I think they're better than the EU DM wise.
Apart from demo,
obviously.
With the exception of Benny and
Benny,
Soup when he's on his day. I think that the demos on average are better in EU, but I think just about the soldiers and the scouts are probably on average like higher.
Yes, I agree.
Then I think like there's a lot of like brainless scouts in America that are really like high up, and I wonder would that have worked in EU. I think at the end of the day, there's like a lot of dogma in TF2. Like people are told this is the way to do it. Like you watch an American team and they'll have an uber advantage, but they won't play off of it because their dogma is you've got to get a pick. Whereas in EU, it would be like, don't care, we've got a pick, let's wait here and get uber first, and then go in because we'll have 20% advantage or whatever. Like, and it's just like what would work better. Like.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. There are different theories, and you can't say they're wrong because sometimes they work. So no, it's true. I think I agree everything with what you said. I think the American DF matches for soldiers and scouts are much better, but the Demoman overall we've got better Demoman, in the exception of Benny, who is sound and Soup. On his day. Yes. Just to add that in. How's the transition going with Highlander? Because obviously you joined Highlander team.
Yeah.
Now Cube's been laughing because he said there's been some difficulties with you understanding how certain maps work. So
my first official, I can never remember how it goes. I still don't even understand it. So it's a stopwatch rule. They were attacking first, so the clock was counting down, 30, 29, 28. So I'm like, no way they're getting it, so I just dive bomb in. But I've forgotten they're attacking first, so once they actually cap the point that they're right next to, it's going to add 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm just jumping in, then they cap it while I'm in midair, and I'm just... there's actually, I think, a vanilla insight with the comms of that, so...
Awesome. Check it out there on our site. In fact, on Twitch. Is it on Twitch or is it on YouTube? YouTube. That's it, on YouTube. Yeah, no, we found that funny when Cube told me, so we had to ask. How's TCM going in terms of the teamwork? Do you see yourself winning ETF2L or any more cups, for example? Because obviously we won last week, the Dignitas Cup, which we're all proud about. But how do you see it going, like in the next 10 weeks?
Well, the next 10 weeks.
Yeah, because the season, the seasonal cups, whichever. Yeah.
I don't know. I think fourth as like a bare minimum. Like realistically, fourth is like bare minimum, and then I think recently the top three are like so close that anything above that would be a bonus, and how much it would go above that would probably by playoffs. Like talking like 8 weeks away. I think by that time it would come down to like really close teams, like who's better on the day.
Yeah.
So you can never really say what you'd be satisfied with when the teams are so close. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting there. So
I think we're on, obviously because we're in the same clan, I think we're en route to second, third at the moment. I don't think we're top yet. I know we beat Fuse, but they didn't have a Merc Medic, which made a huge difference.
Indeed.
But we have improved a lot, so I think with more practice we'll get there.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's like everyone still considers Epsilon top team, even though Fuse beat them.
Yeah.
So it's like you can beat them and get number one, say in ETF12, but that doesn't make you like number one.
No, it doesn't. No, still overall Epsilon still our number one in Europe because they've proved it.
But hopefully it'll just come down to who's better on the day by that point.
Okay. Last question we've been doing. Okay, the last question we've been doing in all the interviews is basically asking a TF2 history question of a class. Yeah, so basically, from since TF2 was out till now, there's been some history going on for the classes updates, haven't there?
Right.
Yeah, so we just want to see what knowledge you have of Team Fortress 2, because we asked Numlock, we asked Greg, and Greg got his right. No, Greg got his wrong, so Numlock. See if you can get this one right. How much health did the sandwich originally give if another class took it, if it was dropped on the floor?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you how many it gives now.
That's okay. It gives now 100. It used to get, no, it is 150, isn't it? Yeah, it is 150. No, I do know, it is 150. But it used to be 120. So it just shows you how much knowledge the competitive players know at the top here. Even I didn't know some of them, so I'll be honest. Yeah, tell me about it. But thanks again, Kaidus, for doing this interview. And look out for his Spitfire round, which will be happening and going up shortly. This is Byte from VanillaTV. Thank you very much.